A gute Woche. Masechet Chagiga on Daf Tezayin on the base. We're at the Gemara, just 2 lines before the wide ones, Masechet. We're learning about the din of smicha. Smicha is before a person is making a kolben, before he shechts the kolben, take a smicha shchita, have to do smicha on the behemoth. And the behemoth, as we said, that smicha has to be bechol koichoi. Why? Because if it's not bechol koichoi, what's the ishtamshus and the behemoth? What you smicha, the machloikas is the zugas. Big machloikas if smicha is muter on yontev or smicha is also on yontev. If it's not bechol koichoi, it's not going to be what's the isar on yontev. Elamai the raya that smicha is bechol koichoi. Fake the Gemara. Meisavei. Tezayin on base. 2 lines in the beginning of the wide ones. דבר על בני ישראל, ההמשך is, ואמרת עליהם, אודום כי יקום מכן קום להשם, וסומך יודוי על ראש אוהלו. That's a full passage. The Gemara brings just דבר על בני ישראל וסומך. What do we learn out from over here? From בני ישראל. בני ישראל סומכים, that means the old parsha of this talking about דווקא בני ישראל, בלושן זוכר, דווקא בני ישראל סומכים, ואין בני ישראל סומכויס. That means women don't do the smicha. Ve'im b'noi Yisrael soimchois. It says Rashi, daber el b'nei Yisrael, odom ki yakim mikem kom la'Hashem v'ksiv b'hu inyone v'somach. Again, v'somach is a lashon zochor. B'nei Yisrael is lashon zochor. So we learn out from where b'nei Yisrael soimchin, ve'im b'noi Yisrael soimchois. That's Pashas the Gemara. Rabbi Yosi ve'Rab Shimon, that's the gears of the going over here. Oimrim, b'noi Yisrael soimchois reshus. That's going to be reshus. Now, Tosis fragt, Tosis is not over here. Tosis is in Kiddushin Daf Lamed Zayin on the base. For Tosis, typically that's a mitzvah sasei shazman grome, and called mitzvah sasei shazman grome. There's no smicha. Now we know there's no smicha balaylo. So if there isn't smicha balaylo, so it's a mitzvah sasei shazman grome, and called mitzvah sasei shazman grome no shiptois. So why do we need the pasuk b'nei Yisrael? Dafke b'nei Yisrael soimchi, ve'im b'nei Yisrael soimchois. It's a mitzvah sasei shazman grome because you can't do smicha at night. If it's a mitzvah sasei shazman grome, no shiptois anyway. We don't need the pasuk of b'nei Yisrael. As they frag Toisves, and for Toisves, that smicha we do a hekesh of smicha to shchita. So we add the hava. I mean, the same like shchita is kosher be noshim, to adin the chayav be smicha, and that's the reason we need the pasuk of b'nei Yisrael soimchi ve'b'nei Yisrael soimchi. So that's Toisves. The Turei Even over here bring the of the Toisves and Kiddushin. The Turei Even is marich that the smicha because after, let's say over a laila, he was not mevatel mitzvah. He was not mevatel mitzvah. So this is not called a mitzvah sasei shazman grome. What do I mean? The same thing as mila. Mila is not the mitzvah sasei shazman grome. As I talk the Turei Even. What that means? So this is the biggest side of the Turei Even. The Turei Even is over here by us, but we use this Turei Even many places in Shas. The gather of mitzvah sasei shazman grome. So maybe that fits over here. We should speak it out over here. The gather of mitzvah sasei shazman grome. Let's see the Turei Even. Turei Even versteht das so. Let's say, for example, tefillin. Tefillin, tzitzis is mitzvah sasei shazman grome. Why? Or sukkah, right? It's mitzvah sasei shazman grome, but not shipturas. Why? Because the tefillin of tomorrow.
We've lost whatever. Just when it was getting interesting as well. I think we're going to try ringing him. Rabbi Rom said he's trying to reconnect. There's a problem on the internet in the base medrash.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's working. Profile is working. Beseder. Okay. So the Torah says Nochamol. Torah says that the gather of mitzvah Shazan Grom is only if every day is a naya mitzvah. But Mila, that if you didn't do a bris Mila yesterday, you don't have to do it today instead of yesterday. It's a hemshech. That's not called a mitzvah Shazan Grom. The Sfasemis also brings it over here. The Torah a little bit differently, and he says that Chai Gavne is not called the mitzvah Shazan Grom. Why? Because it's only a tanai. That means that ein smicha kosher balaylo is not a zman. It's a t'nai. In the smicha has to be dafke bayoyim. The same thing. And mile, you get the same idea. Okay, beseder. Now we're going to get back to this din of thing. So I'm going to go weiter. Omar Rabbi Yosi. Sachli Abo Elazar. Abo Elazar, that was the name of the Chochem. As Rashi says, Kach Shmoi, Sachli Abo Elazar. Pamachas. Oyolanu Eigel Shel Zivchei Shlomim. We had a calf that belonged to Shlomim. We brought it to Ezra's Noshim, וסמכו all of Noshim, and women done smich on it. Not because we done that, because we halten us to do smicha by women. Hello, to give them a good feeling. Now, says the Gemara, what we spoke in the beginning of the Shir, what we said, what we finished off Friday, that smicha has to be done b'chol koichoi, ve'oraye, smicha does done b'chol koichoi, because if smicha is not b'chol koichoi, what is the bechlal the machloikes? If you can do smicha on yontem or not, the shtamshus with Baalei Chaim is not, that's also on yontem only if it's b'chol koichoi. It's like the Gemara, ve'isal kedai toch smicha b'chol koichoi beinen, Yishum nachasruach the noshim avdinen avoid bekochim, because if a person does smicha b'chol koichoi, he's mishtamish in the beiment. How could you be mishtamish in the beimas kochim just to do a good feeling for the noshim, for the Bible? We're going to be over meile bekochim. Elo lav shmamino, like the Gemara. Elo lav shmamino loy beinen bechol koichoi. Smicha does not have to be bechol koichoi. Oh, I can't back the shaila. What's the machloikes? Lichoire, it's not avoid the end for the Gemara. The shaila leoilom. This name of the Gemara. Leoilom eimeloch bemes beinen bechol koichoi. Smicha has to be bechol koichoi. We didn't say over here, Abelazar said that we could do smicha because avoid the bekochim. The Omalu, what Abelazar said over there, that these women could do smicha because of the chasuach, akfu yodaichu. That means leger of their head azoi, v'noiven azoi, mikufye. Mikufye means v'noiven azoi. Not really do bechol koichan that they just, why? Because if they're going to do bechol koichan, it's going to be shtamshis bekochim. To do it just from lemalo mikufye. The Gemara yoche. If this was not a real smicha, anyway, not a smicha kshera because it was not bechol koichoi. How can we say in the Braise loy mipnei smicha benoshim? What's mashma? If there was a din smicha also by women, you could explain that what he told him to do smicha is because the mitzvah smicha, right? That's what's mashma. Because they never done the smicha because they didn't do the smicha bechol koichoi. So it's smicha. You say there was never a smicha because they never done the smicha properly. Omar Avami. Two terutzim. Chode the lesser smicha klal. Emes sekemos you make a smicha. Why? Because they didn't do it before koichoi. So it's not called bechlal smicha. Ve'oid what they done and what he told them to do this type of smicha was only likadei laso isnach hasuach lendoshim. Amar Pope. Okay, so let's see Rashi. Aktu yodaychu loshin lekmo ikilu yodaychu aktu loshin dover atzaf. Ve'in machbit kamen given by yotzaf habarzel. Right, by a leash over there where the axe fell into the water. The kopo barzel. Kopo means that it's floating. Shma minom Rabbi Yochanan the uke time mishum shvus. It's not in. Okay, so let's see it right. Omar Rav Pope. Shma minom. As we just start now to look at Rashi. Shma minom from who? For Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan who explains that the reason of Isur Smicha is because shvus, because you're using the behemoth bechol koichoi. That's the reason. So he was afilu. Dodin asurin. I feel the size of the area is also because shmuz. That means, even though, let's explain. Ikar shmuz is not the ride on a behemoth. That is the ikar shmuz. And why? As we learned in the Gemara in Beitze, Shemo Yachter Zmoira. He wants to be manning the behemoth. He will cut a branch off the tree, and that's the reason. But the ikar gzeira, the shtamshus of Baalei Chaim is to ride, to lirkav ala behemoth. That's the real gzeira. Ober. we come and saying about any other shimush in the behemoth. Even in the size of the behemoth is going to be also, for example, tzedod in a behemoth. Where do we being a problem? The salke daito. Tzedod in mutorin. The gills of the Bach is nismoich areish. That means let's be soymech on the head of the behemoth, because the head of the behemoth has only a din of tzedod. It's not riding. No one rides on the head of the behemoth. If the whole is only the shoes is only riding on the back of the behemoth, smicha I'm doing on the back of the behemoth. No, where are I doing the smicha? Between the horns, as we spoke on Friday, the whole thing of smicha, yeah. Elo laus shemamino. Tzedod din asurin. Tzedod din tak is also. Ravashi Yomar daf Yud Zayin Amud Aleph. Today's daf. Ravashi Yomar afilu teime. Tzedod din mutorin. You can't do smicha only on the head. Why? Called the behadi gabo ke gabo domi. Any place in the behemoth that is the equivalent, the same goiva of the back of the behemoth. For example, the head is also, if you look at the behemoth, the head and the back is in the same height. So that as a din of a gav behemoth that we also done on the shvus. So smicha is ala roish. Could be that study means this can problem. But it's going to be a problem because this is on the same height. So Rashi, Shma Mino, with Rabbi Yochanan. The Uketayim Mishum Shvus, Tzedodin, what we said that Tzedodin over here is going to be actually the Asurin. Ve'af al gav degabi Shvus Rechive Amrinan. Right? We said Davke Rechive. V'hu Adin, Zog the Gemara, V'hu Adin, what's the same thing that what? Says the Gemara, V'hu Adin, לכל שימוש, ואפילו בבוקר שאינו יוצא להשתמש, כגון צידה באימה, ועוד צידה אילון, בלי גם מרוי, והוא מילצה במסכת השם של פסרה, if it's a tzida ailon, it's going to be the same din. It's not going to be the same din, or yes, it's going to be the same din, and that's the machloikas over here. Says the Rashi, lismoy, the roish habeima kitzod ito, the bad gaba sheyesh legoy, zok Rashi to Yuzayin Amud the bad goy, shove legoy hagab shel beima, the gaba shel beima domi, the roish shove legoy legaba beima. Imela, it's also under the same issue of Shavuos. So we learned over here, Machloikes, Rabbi Yossi says, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Shimon says, B'no Yisrael Soim Chois Reshus. There is a Toisves in Chulin. Toisves in Chulin Daf Pei Hei. That when B'no Yisrael Soim Chois Reshus, Lepi Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Shimon, it's Dafke Be'akpu Yodaichu. As we said, Dafke when they don't do the Smicha B'chol Koichoy. Over Rashi over there in Chulin, and Toises also, Toises is not over here, not in Chulin, Toises and Erumi Daf Tzadik Vav with base, and also you remember the Toises and Rosh Hashanah Element Gimel, we have many times the Toises, and there's also Raiven and Teras Kohanim Zok Tazei, and the Fi Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Shimon, what we say in the B'no Yisrael Soim Chois Reshus, is actually a proper Smicha B'chol Koich. We're going to go back to the question, Avoid the Bekotzim. So we have a big Machloikis Rishonim, as we said, what we learned in the Gemara, Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Shimon Oimrim, when we allow them to do the smicha, is it the chol koich or not? So as we mentioned, for Toisem Tzachim, Toisem and Erumi Tzadik Vav, and Toisem Chulin Pei Hei, and Toisem Rosh Hashanah Element Gimel, the Raiven and Teras Kohanim, all of they say that what? That this is going to be only be as a akfu yodaichu. But to do proper smicha, that is a different rishonim, right? If I can, that's the Raiven and Toisem. Okay. So what's going to be when avoided kochim? So the Raiven over there bring us up, the Raiven and Teras Kohanim, Pashas Vayikra, and the Raiven says that Kach nitno Torah le'anoshim choiva u'le'anoshim reshus. That means that are not the women in this or doimet anoshim to every mitzvah, like a mitzvah hasei shazman gromer, even though there's a yisur Torah, because that's what the Torah said. The Torah said that they could be soymech reshus. That's part of the thing. Yeah. Okay. What's the pshat in it? So Rabbi Elchanan Wasserman, in Kovetz Shiurim, in the end of Kiddushin, in the end of Masechet Kiddushin, he brings us like, because they have women, what's the pshat that they reshus? Avodah bekotzim. It's avodah bekotzim. Dr. Agris the Chiddush. Dr. Rabbi Elchanan, and this is what we spoke once about it, in the mitzvah kiyumis. That means we have two types of mitzvahs. We have a mitzvah chiyuvis, a mitzvah kiyumis, right? Mitzvah chiyuvis, for example, as we spoke with the going in Pesach, to eat 7 days matzah. So it's a mitzvah chiyuvis or kiyumis. So the first night to eat kazayis matzah, it's a mitzvah chiyuvis. Lefi the going, right? The 7th day, right? And this is what your chizkuni, we spoke about it, right? So it's a mitzvah kiyumis. If you ate matzah, you mekayim a mitzvah. Is a mitzvah kiyumis? We say asay doichel lo yisasay. in the mitzvah kiyumis. So he brings over there, because they have a mitzvah kiyumis. So we say, asay doichel lois asay. So the asay of smicha is doichel the lois asay of shimush bekotchim. It's a chidush, because I feel the asay that's a mitzvah kiyumis, it's not a chiyuv. It's a sod noshim soyim chayis reshus, as we said. Aval pike. And he brings over there a shaila from Rabbi Chagiga, legabe infus tzitzis, in Arachaim Siman Yud, that the mitzvah kiyumis, we don't say asay doichel lois asay. That means even if you make a mitzvah of tzitzis, okay, you shouldn't say asay doichel lois asay. Again, that's a thing. But what we see from over here, it's a different thing, but what we see over here, let's keep it a second on the side, that the Kovet Shiurim said that smicha is midin, asay doichel lois asay. Right? That's what we see from the Kovet Shiurim. Frekt of them, nicht of them, but we know already there's a Torah Yemen. Torah Yemen says on this svara that if we want, he brings that a svara, if you want to say that asay doichel lois asay, and that's the reason you're allowed to do smicha, because every smicha is ishtamshus bekotchi. How can you smicha? It's not ishtamshus bekotchi. Asay doichel lois asay. As even the Kovet Shiurim learn legabe noshim. Even though women are only soiches reshus, but it's a mitzvah kiyumis, because once they've done the mitzvah of smicha, it's mekuyem. No mekuyem. If they do it, they're mekayem mitzvah. So mitzvah asay kiyumis. It's doichel lois asay ishtamshus bekotchi. No, because the whole reason is because the smicha, yeah, again, if you mekayem the mitzvah, so it's back in the machloikas of the zukas, yeah. That's a machloikas, yeah. Frag the Torah Amur Dike Shaila. Again, Torah was way earlier, the Shagasai than Torah, yeah, before Rabbi Chona Wasserman, but he brings already this rayon, this idea that asay doichel lois asay, is that if that's true, that the reason why we could do smicha, even though it's ishtamshus bekotchim, because asay doichel lois asay, let's learn out over here that asay doichel lois asay, afilo lois asay shebamigdash. Now we know it's a big discussion, right? The Gemara and the Eruvin. Asay doichel lois asay by afilo lois asay shebamigdash or not? So that's why you write the smicha, and that as I find the Torah Yemen, and that's the reason. The Torah Yemen says that the reason why it's going to be muter, noshim soiches reshus, is noch ishtamshus bekotchim. Zog the Torah Yemen, as we said before, kach hi mitzvason. It's not midin asay doichel lois asay. It's what kach hi mitzvason. And we really with this we can find for also the Rabbi Chagiga. We can find for nachsach zaken lefi them, lefi this Torah Yemen. Yeah. Okay. Now there's another very small noise that we always speak about. We're just going to mention. Toises many places being that Shitas Rabbeinu Tam. Shitas Rabbeinu Tam is women could make a bracha, right? Ashkenazim, Sfardim make a bracha on Dalet Minim, women or not. So Shitas Rabbeinu Tam is women can make a bracha on mitzvah seishas man grome, even though they are potter. Why? Because we pass like Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yossi says noshim soim chois reshus, and they bring the Maise, right? The Maise Rav. Who's the Maise Rav? Maise Rav of Michal Bas Shaul, that she will put on tefillin, and the wife of Yoina ben Amida, that she will be oil l'regel, right? And over here the story of Abba Lazar, that the women both come to the Ezras Noshim and he done the smicha. That why can you last us ruach last is nachasuach the Noshim. That's what they bring raya from over here. That's one of the rayas to Rabbeinu Tam. Okay. Because they do it the wrong reason. They have to mean a big dagger like the daughters of Rashi. Moshe Feinstein, look at the Moshe Feinstein. He has a whole tshuva about this. Someone asking him exactly this question. Yeah.
The put on filling no, but to make a brocha yet.
Yeah.
They don't put on filling women, but they do say I say the song by Lilith. What's the difference?
What? Oh, so this basically good question. But this we can find for maybe with the Toshis in Rosh Hashanah. Remember the Toshis Rosh Hashanah we spoke about the then one. So we learned Rosh Hashanah not so long ago. A few many times is very short. Toshis Rosh Hashanah and Dafla mit Gimel Amidalef Toshis fragt a steer between the Mishnah and the Braisa. The Mishnah, sorry. The Gemara speaks over there. Ma'akvin es anoshim militkoya right? Me'akvin es anoshim militkoya oder nicht. Entweder the Gemara fragt das Stier von der Breise, fragt the Gemara Stier von der Breise, then the Mishnah. If you make the noshim militkoya, the Gemara answer of the Rabbi Yosi, or Rabbi Yosi, or Rabbi Shimon, and is the fear Rabbi Yosi because noshim same place reshus. So Adin, you allow them to do Tkiya Shofar, right? No, Rashi explains of the Machloikes. What's the Machloikes? Machloikes if it is Baltoisif. Because once they are Potu, you're even a Baltoisif. So because Rabbi Yossi says, so it's Afal Pi that what they are Potu, so we see that it's talking about Baltoisif. Right? Frag the Torah, and the Gemara over here is Muchach, that Rabbi Yossi alt, that's Soim Chois. Now, how they do the Soim Chois only, as we said, Akpi Yodaichu. You're not doing a real smicha. It's not a real smicha. So for sure it's not shaykh in this baltoisi because they've never done it properly. It's not shaykh baltoisi. Or you say, what's the raya at the rest of the mitzvah? Say shazman gobe they're potu. So maybe there's going to be a baltoisi. Oh, so this is the Moshe. The Moshe finds an ego Moshe. Zok that Rashi, even though that smicha, we need smicha bechol koichoi, it doesn't mean bechol koichoi akpi yodaichu. Because akpi yodaichu, there's no mitzvah bechal of smicha. Because the real mitzvah of smicha is, but he says, but maybe there is a mitzvah ktsas. Mitzvah ktsas. Okay, can't sign a thing. So what we do see that sometimes it is over here. We say, let's say machloikes what we saw over there in the Gemara. Okay, let's continue because we just starting today's daf. Talk the Mishnah. The Mishnah daf Yud Zayin Amud Beis. And Hashem maybe if there's noch a longer arichas like in the sugi of smicha. Beis Shammai Oimrim. Beis Shammai Oimrim. Now, this machloikas of Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel, by being makri shlomim oilos in Yontev, right? We learned that if you remember, big machloikas in the Gemara Beis Daf Yud Tes Amud Aleph, Chof Amud Aleph, Chof Amud Beis, Rashi over there. So we're going to try to follow with the missing Rashis over here. We're going to try to follow the Rashi of Beis to understand better the sugya. Okay, let's start. Beis Shammai Oimrim. Meviim shlomim ve'im soimchin aleim, aval lo yoilos. That means azoi. Beis Shammai says you bring shlomim on Yom Tov because shlomim is chuyvas hayoyim. One of these chuyvas hayoyim, you have to bring shlomim chagiga. And also there is achila in it, right? Stam medorim is no chuyvas hayoyim. You can be makri with them anywhere else. So there's no afilu shlomim, right? You don't bring them. Talking about shlomim that they are chuyvas hayoyim again. Yeah, let's be. We have two tanoim over here. We have two conditions. One that is chuyvas hayoyim. That means you're mechuyev to bring it. Second, the second condition we have is also that it's chuyvas hayoyim is echet achila. Something to eat. You're allowed to be makri on them. However, ve'ein soimchin aleim. And Yontev, why? Because smicha is bechol koichoi, and leaning on a behemoth bechol koichoi is mishtamish b'vali chaim, and you're not allowed to be mishtamish mishum shus. Shabbos Yontev is also because what do? You do smicha erev Yontev. Why? Because lefi Beis Shammai, as we mentioned on Friday in the Akdoma to the sugya, lefi Beis Shammai the vote is we don't say teikef lesmicha shchita. We don't need that the smicha should be so muchle shchita. No, so that. We said when there's only the kovas hakom itself, not everything we say. Avoloi oilos. But we don't bring any Yom Tov oilos. Why? Even oilas riyah. Why? Because again, lefi Beis Shammai we have two conditions. One is choivas hayoyim. So oilos is choivas hayoyim. Yeah. Oilas riyah is a choivas hayoyim. Yeah. Aber es ist nicht roila achile. What's the oilo? Oilo is a burner thing. The ganze Zach is a kolil. You bring it al gabe mizbeach. So such a thing is not going to be. Oh, it be because it has only one condition, it doesn't have the other t'nai of achila lebailim. Chutz some oil that's kavua l'zman, yeah? For example, tmidi, musofi, the doicha Shabbos, for sure they're going to be doicha yonta because it's kavua l'zman, yeah? Yeah, kavua l'zman. Oil asriyah, even though the mitzvah is the first day of Yom Tov, but because it has tashlumi kol shiva, it's not considered a kavua l'zman, as it's like the Torah Yeven. And this is a big shaila. Why is kavua l'zman? And why is kavua tzibur? It's begia mikufia. Ganz klar is all brain. So this is a very big shaila. Very big shaila. Okay, I'm just going to give the Maramokoim. Please look inside. The Torah Yemen over here comes with a big chidush that the reason why it's not kavua l'zman because it has tashlumi. and this goes into Tashlum Larish, Tashlum Zalazé, or Zeland to Yemen, Ayen Minchastino, Mitzvah Pei Ches. Fine. Let's go again. Sag the Mishnah weiter. Wo beist sie Leibri? Mevin Shlomim. Aber ve'oilos. Ve'esloim chinalein also yontev. What's the pshat? What's the pshat of ein beist sie? You could bring on yontev, you could bring Shlomim. And then let's mention the Gemara Beit Daf Yutes. The Gemara Beit Daf Yutes, I have a machlokas of there. If also Nedorim and Nedovis of Shlomim, lefi Beis Hillel, you can bring on Yom Tov. Why? Because Shlomim, Nedorim and Nedovis of Shlomim, they have a achile, the Bailim Kedita. Or maybe Beis Shammai or Moedet, maybe Beis Hillel or Moedet the Beis Shammai, that Dafke Shloim that Choy Vasayoyim they come on Yom Tov. Or by Nedorim and Nedovis, you can bring it somewhere else, or maybe not. It's a machlokas the Gemara. Now, Legabi oilos, what basically says, there's a machlokas in the Gemara Beit Daf Chofam Beis. If you're being only oilos reyeh, that's Choy Vasayoyim, or maybe Stam Nedorim and Nedovis of oilos, you could be making on Yom Tov lefi Beis Hillel. Aber Korbonos that is Kavua is man that they are Deicha Shabbos, for sure that they can be Deicha Yom Tov, and everyone is agreeing that you can bring it. And even though that the Sricha is Shvus, because you're matir to bring it, they were not going on the Shvus to be Mevatel this thing. It's like we said, Hillel, Mamish like we saw Hillel in the previous Mishnah, so Beis Hillel go as if the Rebbe Hillel. Yeah. Now.
Sorry, just very quickly. I don't understand that Beis Shammai. The point is, the Pasuk tells you to bring an Oilas Re'iyah. So if the Pasuk is telling you to bring the Oilas Re'iyah, so then if you need to do Smicha, then do Smicha. I don't understand. So then you shouldn't have put in the Pasuk. Okay, very nice. If a person couldn't do it, he's got 7 days to do it afterwards or whatever it is. If he didn't do it by accident or whatever. But to
you can bring it later, so you want it to be over Avera.
Yeah, but what's the Pasuk tells you to start off with bring it on Yom Tov. It's okay to bring it on Yom Tov. If it's okay to bring it on Yom Tov, and the Pasuk is telling you to bring the oil on Yom Tov, then one should be able to do it with Smith or without Smith, whatever it is. But the Pasuk is telling you to bring it. So how can Beis Shammai say because you can bring it later? That's not an answer. That's not an answer.
So why should you call it Yom Tov? Because you could bring it later. You have Tashlumin. So the people in Shammai, you need 2 conditions.
I understand.
You need also Choy Vasayoyim, and also it's Roy La'achile.
I understand.
Shlomim you have Choy Vasayoyim, Shalmi Chagiga, you have to bring today, and it's also Roy La'achile because the boss is Necha Lebaylim. Oilos, you have Choy Vasayoyim, Oilos Riyeh, but you don't have the other condition of Necha Lebaylim because it's Kolil.
I understand, but the Pasuk is telling you to bring it. So what's going on here? The Pasuk tells you bring the Olah. So, so then don't tell you to bring it on the first day. Tell you to bring it on the other days of Yom Tov. Why is it telling you to bring it on the first day? That's what I'm finding hard to Beis Shammai. Why is the Pasuk telling you to bring it anyway? Why is it so don't?
The Beis Shammai tells you, the Pasuk tells you to bring it from the first day, but also Tashlum. You can see in the Gemara.
Don't think the Pasuk says Beferish you've got to bring the Olas Re'iyah on the first day.
We can see in the Gemara says, where do we see in the Pasuk Tashlumin? That means the Pasuk tells us, yes, you could do Tashlumin. We can see in the Gemara about. But we saw in Rashi in Daf Zayin Amud Beis before, and Rashi says the Kosara Beis Shammai lochem ve'lo legavoya. That means, and this I'm going to answer Stevie's question, even if you think that means as that the Torah, if you look at the Rashi in Daf Zayin Amud Beis, Rashi says the Kosara Beis Shammai lochem ve'lo legavoya. That means the Torah was not matir meleches oichel nefesh ve'hedyer. Because where do we learn meleches oichel nefesh? We learn the Gemara Beitza ach asher ye'ochel l'chol nefesh. ולבד יעשה לוחם, ומדרש לוחם, ולא ילך גבוה. It's much better, דווקא לפי Beis Shammai, but not לפי Beis Hillel. So what do we have to explain? That means לפי the man doma that said that אפילו נדורים ונדורים is of oil, right? We go back to more Beitza, so that you don't have a tzarich head yet, because the whole thing is the gavoya. אפילו, okay, you can be makriv et Yom Tov, right? לוחם ולא ילך גבוה, לפי Beis Shammai. Okay, let's see the Mishnah weiter. Sag die Mishnah, Atzeres is Chag HaShavuos, Shechal Liyos Be'erev Shabbos. So lefi Beis Shammai, you cannot bring the Oilas Riyeh non Yom Tov and non Shabbos. So what do? Beis Shammai Yom Tovoyach Sheloi. That means the day of Shchitas HaKorbanos. That means the Tovoyach is the day of Shchita of Chagiga and Re'iyeh, or Korbanos Riyeh itself. It's called Yom Tovoyach. Yeah. When is going to be the Yom Tovoyach? Achar HaShabbos, on a Sunday, not on Friday. No. Shabbos. Ubesile lo imrim. Leshita so right. They see they bring oil as Yom Tov. So imrim. Ein lo Yom Tov. Just when you're going to bring it on Yom Tov itself, you're going to bring it. Umoidim. Besile lo moidim to be Shammai. Sheim cholol yus be Shabbos. What if Yom Tov Shavuos was on Shabbos? Sheyom Tovoyach achar Shabbos. And you do the Yom Tovoyach because oil as is not like Shabbos. Oil as is like Yom Tov on Shabbos. So the Yom Tovoyach of Shavuos is going to be when on Sunday. Says the Gemara. Now the Yom Tovoyach of Shavuos when it's Chal on Shabbos. So there is certain thing. Ein kohen gadol mislabish bekelov. That means he doesn't wear his nice clothes, the chulin, right? Clothes of chulin. We can see about in Rashi. But the rest of the Yom Tovoyach, he does wear the kelov, and we can see why. Umutori be'eser betainis, not like any other Yom Tovoyach. And the reason is that means that tzdukim they say always atzeres achar Shabbos. Why? The statement in the Torah in Sfiras Oimer was Sfartem lochem mimochras Shabbos, and the tzdukim teach us that they will learn kipshutoi. That always you have to start a count on a Sunday. That's mimochras Shabbos. So if them Shavuos will always be chal on a Sunday. But Chazal was mekabel that the pshat in the pasuk is mochras Shabbos is mochras Yom Tov Rishon shel Pesach. And that's why if there would be noyeg the minog Yom Tov in Echol b'Shabbos on a Sunday, it would look like we are moided in the sheet of the tzdukim, and that's why we don't do it. Let's see Rashi. Rashi mevin shloim b'Yom Tov she'en achila seder. Ein tzorich nalek. Nabrin ela losoy mechaleh me'erev Yom Tov. That's the Fibi Shammai. V'shechton be'Yom Tov deloi be'inen take a smicha shchita. That's shchita Fibi Shammai. That you don't need to take a smicha shchita. Avaloi mevin oilos. What means avaloi mevin oilos? Rashi ba'oisa sheyochel lo v'lachayot. Chsiv ulevad yoselachem lochem v'lo yegovoya. Yom Tovoyach. What's the Yom Tovoyach? Yom Tovoyach shekorbonos yeh b'chagiga shel Yom Tov le'achar Shabbos sheikrim v'lo b'Yom Tov v'lo b'Shabbos. That's the atzeres as we said. Atzeres shechal liyos b'erev Shabbos, and that's the Fibi Shammai. You can't bring the Yom not the Yom Tov, not in the Shabbos. And the reason is why we said Atzeres. Why didn't we say Pesach, Sukkot? Why Dafka Atzeres? Because Pesach and Sukkot cannot never be on a Sunday, right? Why? Because Loi Adu Roish, Veloi Badu Pesach. So the first day is not going to be Erev Shabbos. It's not going to be Erev Shabbos. Just what? In the end of the Mishnah, what we learn Chal Liyos Be Shabbos, right? So what we said in the beginning of the Shavuos, that's in the beginning, Loi Badu Pesach, so it's Loi Gahaz Shavuos. If you say Loi Badu Pesach, so Loi Gahaz Shavuos. That means Gimel, Hey, and Zion. So it doesn't fit the Reish and the Sefer. So why we pick Atzeres? If you can say that, you can say any Yom Tov, right? So as we said, Beis Shammai say when is the Yom Tovoyach? Achar Shabbos, right? The Yom Tovoyach. Now we saw Rashi. Toys explain over here that afilu lefi the mandoma. That means we saw Machloikes earlier in the Testament. If what we do tashlum is tashlum l'rishoin, or if it's tashlum is relazeh. Zok toises. Afilu lefi the mandoma. The tashlum l'rishoin. If it was not droi b'rishon, you know mashli b'sheni. Or bel. You have to assume it that you couldn't be accurate in the first day because Shabbos. Why? Because when there is no ikuv in the gufakom, because what was goyrem over here? The yoim was goyrem. But this is keilu misheroi berishon and is mashlim on a different day. Right? You can't bring it on Shabbos because you can't bring it on Shabbos. So you bring it on Sunday. Because we done tashlumi levishon, and then the first day I was potter. Yeah, that's the pshat of Toises over here. The Turei Even, not over here, the Turei Even earlier in the Testament Aleph, disagrees on Toises. And they say that, Turei Even says that because Hayoim is Goyrem, that means the day is Goyrem, and lefi the Turei Even, the reason, the Ikar Atam is, because if you're going to say, there's no Tashlumin, Mimele, it's a Kom Shekavua Leizman. If it's a Kom Shekavua Leizman, it's like a Shabbos, we want to Exactly. If you can't do it, brilliant to Re'even. This is what we mentioned before. Yeah, that's also what we mentioned before in the Mechaschenuch. The Mitzvah Teiches. Over there, not that he says because the reason the Kom that Ein Zman Kavua is not Doiches Shabbos, it's not because it's Choy Basayoim, you have to be makriv today. Exeras HaKosu, as I got the Mechaschenuch, Exeras HaKosu, that in Korbanos, that this is the day is the Zman Kavua, that they could be Doiche Shabbos. Well, they themselves is not Zman Kavua, they're not Bichlal, they can't be Doiche, they feed them. Kom the Hester Shlomim, it's not Doiche Shabbos. Why? It's not because you could be Maki within a weekday. It's because Ali Adei that Shlomin, it happens a Kom that this itself is a Kom Shein Kavua Zman. It's a salt Kom Shein Kavua Zman. No Ibazoi. Even before Yal, it's not going to be a Kom that Yasser to do in Shabbos. You still having it. This Kom, it's a salt Kom was salt Shlomin, made it in Kavua Zman. Okay. So let's continue. Rashi the Maschil. יום טובע של אין יום טובע, אין צריך יום טובע, שמות או להכיר יום טוב. אין כהן גודל מסלבש וכלים, נוי בבייסוי בשוק, ולאו שהסבוי דקומה. שוב שהסבוי די has to wear the nice clothes, that's not the question בכלל. We're talking about אין כהן מסלבש וכלים is not בשעס אבוידה, yeah? לא שהצזח חשש שיבינו הכל שאין היום להתצלוקי של יום ימצרס לאחר שבס. Now Toysers, Frek Rashi. The feed this pshat, the feed Rashi, why we say that Kohen Gadol, and that's why Tosis explained the pshat in the Mishnah talking about his big day Kahuna, because the Kohen Gadol goes in Yom Tov because the Kvod Hayoim in Yom Tovayach he would not do the avodah Beis Hamikdash. They shouldn't say it's a Yom Tov, because in Yom Tov he would do the avodah in Beis Hamikdash. That's like Tosis. Dog the Gemara. There is a very important. Very famous, important ways, Mishal Melech. Moses says, "Mutorim be'es v'tayil shelo lekayem." Right? He says, "Shelo lekayem." Divro Erim yatzer sachar Shabbos. The Mishal Melech, in Perek Vov, Klei Hamikdash Haloch Etes, he explains the Mishnah lefi what's machman Yerushalmi. Yerushalmi, in the beginning of Makom Shanagu, he said that the day that a person brings a korban, so chutz from there that he's also bemeloche, he's also be'es v'taynis. Kumto is that Yom Tovoya, mitzad hadin, you're not allowed to do it for the times because you're bringing korbanos. So only because the oitzi miliva shetzukim, they were matir Yom Tovoya that's after the Shabbos to do meloche. That's the Mishnah Melech. Because every day the Yerushalmi says, you mentioned a few times the Yerushalmi. The Yerushalmi says that in Yom Tovoya, stam a day you bring korbanos, a day you bring korbanos, a day you bring korbanos. So you don't do melacha. Makosh beginning of Makosh Nagel, Yerushalmi says you don't do melacha, and you also don't do as for the tinies. So that's what you say. Why we are matir to do as for the tinies? Only because as for the tinies. Look at the Gemara. Omar Rabbi Lozo, Omar Rabbi Yishia. Minayin le'atzeres. Where do we know that a atzeres is only one day? Where do we know that it's only one day? Sheyesh lo tashlum mikol shiva. That means Shavuos has tashlum mikol shiva. Shenema. Sheitin pasuk b'chag hamatzos u'b'chag hashavuos u'b'chag hasukos. It says sholosh parim b'shana yeroy kol zechorcho b'chag hamatzos b'chag hashavuos u'b'chag hasukos. Makish chag hashavuos b'chag hamatzos. To teach us. Ma chag hamatzos yesh lo tashlum mikol shiva. Right? Re'iyeh, Chagiga. Right? As we learned in Daf Tes. Where do we learn it? You remember? Chag hasukos state. V'chagoisem oisri chag la'Hashem shivas yomim. So Uadin Chag HaMatzos and Chag HaShavuos is also a Chag HaShavuos. Look the Gemara, yesh lo tashlumin kol shiva. And even though Chag HaShavuos is only one day, afilu ocher. Yeah. Says the Gemara, ve'imem makish Chag HaSukos. Let's do makish Chag HaSukos. Ma Chag HaSukos yesh lo tashlumin kol shmoilo because afilu yom tov ha'achot jechag. Also, Shmini Atzeres can be mashlim. Chag HaShavuos, yes, what Tashlum Kol Shmoino. So why you medame the Pesach? You have only 7 days of Tashlum. Let's medame Shavuos the Sukkah that you have 8 days of Tashlum. And for the Gemara, Shmini regel b'fnei atzvihum. It's not bichlal the ekes of Chag HaShavuos the Sukkah, because the Chag HaSukkos is only 7 days. And why? For the Gemara, when is Shmini regel b'fnei atzvihum? דווקא אין מורדה אמרה שמיני רגל בפני העצמוי, אוני לעניין פזר קשר, אבל לעניין תשלומים הראשונים, אינו בזוי, let's be maki Shavuos to Sukkos, and the same like Sukkos, לגבי Sukkos, we have 8 days of tashlumin, so also Shavuos, we should have 8 days of tashlumin. Are you going to tell me it's about, no, only לגבי פזר קשר. And what is פזר קשר? פזר קשר is a trikoin. Pay is pais. That means you do a grole, which mishmeres, Rashi over here, which mishmeres, we have the Yumer, we can also have over here in Rashi, you can see both. So Pais is Agrola. The Agrola, which Mishmers is going to be marking the Korban Musa, Masechet, and then every day of Yom Tov of Sukkot, there was over there many Purim. So there were Mischalek Davoida between all the Mishmers of the Kohen. Zion of Pazar is Man. That means Mevorchim Shechionu. Regel, B'nei Atzmai, that's the Reish. The Regel, that means it has a Shem Regel B'nei Atzmai. You don't call it Sukkot, right? And as Rashi says in Sukkot Daf Memches, She'ein Yoshvim Besukkah. Kuf Kashav is Korban. The Korbanos is not like they say the Korbanos Achag, because Korbanos Achag you have many Purim, just to be smart Boilech. You're marking with the first day, Yudalet Kvosim every day, right? Yudalet Kvosim every day. The Purim are 13 and going down, and Elim Shtaim, and Shmini Atzeres is only Parechot, Eilech, and Shiva Kvosim. Shin is the Shir. So the Shir, what they do in the Korban is exactly, it's not the hemshech of the Shir of the Yom Tov, and base is Broche, Birkas HaMelech, that they were blessed. The Melech, the Zeichel Shleim HaMelech, V'shteit Odov V'yoyim Hashmini Shilach Esorov V'yavochus HaMelech, and the Gemara Sukkah, right, it says Rashi that they say Esyoin Shmini Atzeres HaChag, that's a Broche, that instead of saying Chag HaSukkah, you say Shmini Atzeres HaChag, that's Rashi Dot in the Gemara. So that's the Pazar Kashav. So anyway, let's go back to the question. So once the Mashmal, you have Legabi Pazar Kashav, it's a Shmini Regel B'nei Atzmai. Or Legabi Yom Tov Tashlumin, you could. So let's learn that the same thing I have Tashlumin 8 days in Sukkot. Learn also that Legabi Vetnan, we learned that the Mishnah, Mishaloi Chag, Beyom Tov Rishon Shechag, Choigeges Kol Regel, Beyom Tov Achroin. So why don't we say also over here the same thing that to be marbe the days? And for the Gemara, Tofasto Merube, Loi Tofasto, Tofasto Mu Tofasto. That means every time, as Rashi says over here, Kol Mokoy, Shativ Toshnei Rochim. That's making it about then we're going to read Rashi. Every time when you have two ways, one to be Toifes Merube, and one to be Toifes Muet, better to be Toifes the Muet. Why? Rashi says of Moir de Kevo, because even if you should have Toifes the Merube, you should have done, and you were Toifes the Muet, no, Epes of Tigichab. Why? Bichlal Masai Monet. Because the Muet, but if you're going to be Toifes the Merube, and you should have been Toifes the Muet, exactly, you were Toifes Shaloi Kados. Let's see it inside, Rashi. מה חג המצות שאתה שומעים כל שיעור כדי ברבינו לקרוא בפרק כמה? חג הסוכות הוא הדין לחג המצות שהרי אף שבעה יום. פזר קשר. פאי זמן רגע כל משיר ברוכה פאיס לעניין פורע חג כל שבעה ימי החג. אם מפייסין עלינו לפי חרש ולמשמעות לפי סדרון מקריב אינו יסוק כדנה מסכת סוכה. משור יום מה כיפורים היום לא יום מה כאילו למחור. פרש שמינים מפייסין עליו איזו מן המשמעות שקיבנו זמן שחיונו. רגל שהם רגל לפני עצמו ואינו קורו סוכס. Kom, שאין בהם איזו קורבנות שכסד הפורע החג, שפורע החג מסמרתי ואוהלכים כשכבסיין י"ד בכל יום ואילים 2 ושמיני, פערך איילך עוד שימו כבוס. שיר, אין שיר קורבנות שכסד השיר של מויס החג, ואין המדבר בין העניין הפרשיה של ההומבאי, that's the same הפרשיה of סוכס, שעושים על השיר של יום מויס החג, בוחש, שהיום מבורכים מסמלת, זריך את השלוים משנה מהבוי ביום השמיני שילח הסעום, ויבורכו סמלת. Yes, we spoke it out that way. לא קרשי. תופסתו מרובה, לא תופסתו. כל מוקוי, שתמצא שני דרוכים, איך הוא תויפס מרובה, ואיך הוא תויפס מועט. תויב לכל ליטפויס את המועט, שאפילו אוי לכל ליטפויס את המרובה, ותתפויס את המועט, תתחוסו תפיסה, שיש בכלל המרובה המועט. אבל אם תתפויס המרובה, ואוי לכל ליטפויס המועט, נמצאיסו שתופסתו שלא יקדוס. That's why always we say, Tofasto muet, tofasto merube, loi tofasto. It's always better to be toifes a little bit less than to be toifes. It's an expression what we come from many places as we find. Okay. Zog die Gemara weiter. Okay. So we back to the shaila. Let's go back to the shaila. What we saw over here. So we seen over here the shaila that when we're talking about sukkahs, right? 8 days. So what do we need? And so the Gemara Elo. Let's go back to the Gemara Elo. Lemay hilchase kaser chamor lechag sukkahs. If you don't do ekesh, because we do ekesh to the muet, the sukkahs we have 8 days. Pesach we have 7 days. So we do the ekesh to Pesach and not the Shavuos. Why we do בכלל, למה היא לחסי כזה לחמוד לחג הסוכס? זה גמור, להקושה לחג המצס. What's the הקושה לחג המצס? מה חג המצס טעון לינה? What's the only name? So Rashi, Motze Yom Tov, that means in Yerushalayim you have to stay thing. Av Chagas Sukkos, Tone Line. That means you have to have also over there Line. What means Line? So the Bach over here, Bach explains that you shouldn't say that also Chagas Sukkos, we didn't do Hekesh the Chagamat is only Legabe Line and not Legabe Tushlumin. Why? So let's say that we did only Legabe anything. It's ein Hekesh lemechzo. Ein Hekesh lemechzo. As I talk the Bach. Says the Gemara. We also be known. Legabe Chagamatzo is where do we know that you have to have Line? Says the Gemara. Daf Yud Zayin on a base. Dichsim. Steht over there. Ki im el amokoim asher ivchar Hashem Eloikecho leshaken shmoi shom tizbach es הפסח בערב. ובשלתו, אוכלתו במוקום אשר יבחר השם אלוקיך בוי. And then in the המשך הפסוק is, ופוניסה בבויקר והולכתו להולכו. Now, must be this boiker as a boiker of Chol HaMoed. Why? Because in the day of Yom Tov, you can't go because there is a Yisod Tchumin. There's a Yisod Tchumin. So you can't go. Must be that you have to stay over there overnight. Let's see the Rashi. ופוניסה בבויקר, שהוא חול המועד, דאילו ביום טוב, תחומין also. See, anyway, you can't. Now this is Rashi over here. Rashi is Masechet Rosh Hashanah. In the Yom Aleph is what Reb Shalom just wanted to mention. Explain it a little differently. Because in Yom Tov, the Torah didn't say, because it's a chiyuv, it's a chzanin of the Azorah. Where you're sending him home. It's a chiyuv re'iyah ba'azorah. The chiyuv re'iyah is the first day, right? Mitzvah re'iyah. Now, you can be mekayim the mitzvah re'iyah balayla, or danish. That's a big shayla in the Torah. Okay. Oh. So this is Toises. Very good. Very good. This is Toises. Toises fact of Rashi over here, because only Lefi Rabba Akiva Tchumin is the Iraisa. But Lefi Rabbanon is no Tchumin. The Tchumin is only with the Rabbanon. So Toises said that Yud Beis Mil, right? The Iraisa Lekula. Yeah, okay. And also, the Torah even reflect a little more from them, because also Lefi Rabba Akiva, the Tchumin is the Iraisa is only in Shabbos, not in Yom Tov. And when we talk about Yom Tov, we have to say Yud Beis Mil. Yeah. Stam as a Tchumin is the Rabbanon. As a reflect Toisves. Only Lefi Rabba Akiva. Toisves, Yud Beis Mil, everyone's masking. That's going to be also Yom Tov. Okay. Zog the Gemara. Now, we learned in our Mishnah. Atzer Shechal Liois Erev Shabbos. Means the Shavuos, right? That was Erev Shabbos. That means on a Friday. Misham Yoim Yoim Tovoya Achar Shabbos. U'Bisil Elohim. Ain't lo Yom Tovaya. Bisil say there's no Yom Tovaya. Ma'ilav. What's the pshat in Bisil? Ain't lo Yom Tovaya Klar. That means Shavuos doesn't have Yom Tovaya Klar. That means if he was not making on Yom Tov, you can't be making. That's it. So it's not tashlumin, right? Atzer so it's not tashlumin. And for Gemara lo, that's Lefi Rashi. That's a shaila. Let's look at Rashi. Ain't lo Yom Tovaya Klar. If lo yikriva beyond it, oy they lo tashlumin. Not it's tashlumin. Not it's tashlumin. And for the Gemara lo, not like you explain just what. She'ein otzrich o Yom Tovoya. Why? Lefi Beis Hillel, you could be makiv on Yom Tov. Something. You can't talk makiv on Yom Tov. Right? The Gemara. If you're explaining this way, oy bazoi Michael Mashmalon, the makivin by Yom Tov. Feed them. What do you explain now? So Lefi Beis Hillel, what's the Mashmalon? You're makiv on Yom Tov. You'll have to be makiv in. Oy plinga chodazimne. We already had the machlokes Beisham Beis Hillel about this at the beginning of our Mishnah. You're learning that you don't need the Yom Tovoya. Where do we see with this machlokes if you can be makiv on Yom Tov or not? That nah. Beisham Ayoimrim Mevin Shlomim ve'ein Simchin Aleim Aval Oilois and Afilo Oilos Riyanot. Right? That's the thing Beisham because that's only Choymas Ayoim over Lishtok in Achila. Ubeis Hillel Oimrim Mevin Shlomim ve'oilois ve'Simchin Aleim. So what do we see over here? That's what. That you have already this machlokes Beisham and Beis Hillel if you can be on Yom Tov or not. And for Gemara Tzricha, you still need a safe of the Mishnah to teach the machlokes Beisham and Beis Hillel. If you're allowed to be makiv on Yom Tov, that is a Shabbos the next day. Why? Because could be if a Yom Tov was on a Friday, I feel Beis Hillel can be makiv. You should be makiv. Why? Look at the Gemara. The Iyashmeina Beho. If you're going to teach me Dafke Yom Tov, right? A regular Yom Tov, in the Woche, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday, Stam Yom Tov. Beho Ko'am Beishamai Dafke. There Beishamai say. You know, Makili on the why? Okay, you know what? Not on Tuesday, not on Monday. Do it on a Thursday, on a Wednesday, next day. What about the Yom Tov? that tomorrow you can't be making because the next day is going to be a Shabbos. This Yom Tov is on a Friday. Maybe you can be more to the you'll be making it on Yom Tov. Why? Because there's a chashash. The chashash is because it's like, today not, and tomorrow not. Shem or Yovay Livshoya, and he's not going to be making it anymore, right? Maybe there's a so that means he's not going to remember anymore, right? The Rashi mentioned that you test the reason we Hillel to be making in Yom Tov is because Shem or Yivsha, right? And the feed them is very gishmak. Okay, so tell me only legabe Yom Tov that there is a Shabbos later. That means talk to me about Yom Tov that is on a Friday. So I would say be'or ko'am b'silel. Then we see that you're allowed to be makiv on Yom Tov because it's a Yom Tov. That's the next day of Shabbos. Today it's a Yom Tov. Tomorrow you also can't because it's Shabbos. So maybe aval be'or. What about the rest of the Yom Tov? Stam Yom Tov on a Monday and a Tuesday. Stam on a Sunday. Amen. Moida be Shammai that you should be makiv on Yom Tov because you can be makiv tomorrow and there's no Shem or Yivsha. That's why I need both of the machlokes. Also the Reish and others of the Sefer. Say in a regular Yom Tov, Shammai say that you can't be makiv. MAC say you can be makiv. And say in a Yom Tov that the next day Shabbos, that means a Yom Tov that's on a Friday also is also the same machlokes. Look, Rashi. Aval beo be'atzeret shechalio is be'erev Shabbos. Eim moidu leile beisile ve'akrivu be'Yom Tov. Do mocho Shabbosu. He. ולא יקר בו, ומתאר שאתה מסייש מהן, אתה בוא לפשויה, שלא יתקריב ומועד, you're not going to be making it בכלל, that's it. And that's why we need both of them.
So smicha is yont, smicha is also the rabbonon. Smicha of the korban is the rabbonon. If here you can see that the rabbonon, there are cases when you say Shabbos you can bring the korban last year, which means that you're not you're allowed to be soymel.
No, this is a smichas the rice.
Yeah, but
smichas the rice.
The rice. No, I'm saying the rabbonon don't allow smicha. The rabbonon are the ones who say can't have smicha on Yom Tov. It's not a smicha.
Yeah, it's a shvus. It's a shvus. Yeah,
the shvus. It's shvus because sometimes they allow Yom Tov, sometimes they don't allow Yom Tov. Yeah.
Yes.
The shvus.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think I don't
But I think what both know the time what Stevie asked at the very beginning, which bothered me as well. It's not just not bothered, but it's not tashlumim. The Sunday is not tashlumim to Shabbos, or is it be'etzem Shabbos? You are allowed to do it. But Chachamim said because we don't do it Shabbos, the due date is Shabbos. Chachamim pushed it to Sunday because of shvus of smicha. So yeah.
Yes. Well, let's get back to it in 5 minutes. I just want to finish the Omid, and then we're going to get back to it. Okay. We'll get back to it in a minute. Okay, we'll get back to this. Says the Gemara weiter. Toshema. Says the Gemara. Toshema. Mi shelo yichag, that means someone who did not bring a korban chagiga, shivas yemei hapesach. U'shmoinas yemei achag. Ve'yom tov shel atzeret. Shuv einu choygeg. That means, over azman I bought a korban, if I passed, I'm found. Mailav. What's a pshat? Toshlet. If it was not chag. Mailav, Yom Tov Shel Atzeret, that means he doesn't have Tashlumin. So what do we see over here? That there's no Tashlumin L'Atzeres. There's no Tashlumin L'Atzeres. So not like you told me before that there's Tashlumin L'Atzeres. You see over here Mefurish that there's no Tashlumin L'Atzeres. And the Gemara Loi. What's the pshat Yom Tov Shel Atzeret? Yom Tovoyach. That means if it was no makir in the day what was made for the Tashlumin L'Atzeres, then he's not going to be choying. Doesn't mean that Atzeres means Atzeres itself. Atzeres in the Yom Tovoyach of that Atzeres. That means the day you should have done it. Huh? Says the Gemara, because we say the Yoim, right? It's much more one day. The Chad Yoim Tovoyach, that means only one day of Ashlomet. I mean, the Tashlumi for Atzeres is only one day because it says Yoim, right? That means like in the word Yoim. Says the Gemara, no. Yemei Tovoyach. Let's be curious. Yemei Tovoyach. You can't be medayek when it's Yoim. Yemei Tovoyach. Says the Gemara. Toshema. The Tane Rabbe Bar Shmuel. Amro Torah says Menei Yomin v'Kadesh Chodesh. That means you count days and you make Kadesh Chodesh to be makiv a kol musaf. Yeah, because the state of the out there says over there Ad Chodesh Yomim. Yeah, Rashi and Rosh Hashanah brings that thing Ad Chodesh Yomim. The Torah brings it over here. Ad Chodesh Yomim. We are medayek. So we are mekadesh days, right? Because we're counting days, you count Aleph, Beis, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, and then you count this one day to be Makal Kol Musaf. The same thing. Torah says Menei Yomim, Sfira Soimer, Vekadesh Atzeres. That means to be Makal Kol Monas. Ma Chodesh Lemenuyov, Atzeres Lemenuyov. That means the same like in Chodesh. The Zman HaKros HaMusaf, or the Mekadesh, is one day because you're counting days. Also, Atzeres is also Lemenuyov. Maila. Gomar mechoidesh. Ma choidesh yoy mechod. Avatzeres yoy mechod. The same thing like what you're counting at the days, you're makriv a day. The same thing atzeres. You're makriv also only a sphere of days. You're also counting days. You're makriv only one day. Omar Rove, v'tisbere. Rove says no. V'tisbere. I'm going to prove from over here that you're not makriv only one day. Why? Otu. Atzeres yoy minyone. Shvuel lo imanida. What? We count Sfira Soimer. We count only days. Weeks we don't count. ואומר אביי, מצווה למימנה יוימה, דכסיב תספרו 50 יום, ומצווה למימנה שבוע, דכסיב 7 שבועות תספור לך. ועוד, חג שבוע is כסיב. That means the whole Chag is called Chag Shavuos on the weeks, and because of Oivazoi, Adarabah, you have to explain that the Pshat is Oi. Chodesh, you're makriv one day because you're counting one day. So also Atzeres, you could be makriv a whole week because you're also counting the week. So to teach us, Fakel, that there's Tashlumi called Shiva. Yeah, as I bring the Gemara, Punkt Fakel, the limud that we do have Tashlumi called Shiva. Let's see Rashi. Menei Yomim Shloshim Yoim. Mekadesh Chodesh lemusafim. Menei Yomim 50 Yoim. וקדש עצרת וקורבנו יסוף. מה חוידש לשלוש ברך ממנו יום? אף עצרת לשלוש ברך ממנו יום. אומר אביי מסכת מנוחס מצווה למימנה יוימה ומצווה למימנה שבוע. Shver Soimer. Also Toises fragt, Kumtois, that we could learn a binyan av that the Atzeres has Tashlumi called Shiva from over here. So why do we need Rab Lezer to learn now the limud of different limud? So let's go back to Rab Lezer. Now the Gemara over here goes back to the limud of also Atzeres has Tashlumi called Shiva. And the Gemara adds this limud from Rab Lezer, but Rabbi Yishua, what we learned in Omedale, that we learned at the Hekesh, Chag HaShavuos, Chag HaMatzot, but also Chag HaShavuos has Tashlumi Shiva. The Bei Rab Lezer ben Yaakov Tam. The Besmet of Rab Lezer ben Yaakov, they learned the song. On Marko, where do we know that Atzeres has Tashlumi called Shiva? On Marko. Vekorosem. Steht over there, Be'etzem Hayoyim Hazeh, Mikro Kodesh Yeh Lochem. Next that it says, Ubekutzachem es Ketziratzachem lo Yislecha Leteasot. So we learn out, Vekorosem Ubekutzachem. Eizer Chag she'ata koire koitza boy. That means, which Chag you have that you also have a Mikro Kodesh and you also do the Ketzira, you also harvest? And the Oyim Hazeh Chag Atzeres. That's what we're going to just learn the Gemara about. Says the Gemara. Eimas, when you also do the Kriya, Mikro Kodesh, and also the Ketzira. If you say Yom Tov itself, it can't be. Ketzira beyond the Mishora, you're allowed to do a Ketzira in Yom Tov. Ketzira beyond Yom Tov is Mutar. Ketzira is Yom Tov is also, right? Even the Tzorech HaNefesh is also, right? The Torah reflects that. Minator Ketzira lo Nefesh is also. It's also Mutar. But so the Rabban, okay, say it. Elolam Tashlumi, that means after that Tzeret, that is a day of Mikro Kodesh, the guy Tashlumi. But you're allowed to do Asiyas Melach of Ketzira. Says the Gemara, explains the Gemara. The Afal Gam, the Idmar the Rab Lezer Omar Rabbi Yishia, that word that we said that Atzeres has Tashlumi called Shiva from the Hekesh of Chag HaMatzos. It says we also need the limud of Rab Lezer ben Yaakov to teach more the Karos of Mikro Kodesh of Ketzira. Why? The Im in the Rab Lezer Omar Rabbi Yishia, if we would say only from the Hekesh, that means Rab Lezer Omar Rabbi Yishia. Let's read a second. What do we have there? Where do we know that Shavuos has Tashlumi called Shiva? Two different places. Rabbi Elazar bar Rabbi Yishia says Chag HaMatzos, Chag HaShavuos, Chag HaSukkos. We do a Hekesh Chag HaMatzos to Chag HaShavuos, Chag HaMatzos the Tashlumi called Shiva. So also Chag HaShavuos has Tashlumi called Shiva. And we have now the Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov. Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov says Vekorosa ubekutzachem and Vekorosa ubekutzachem. You have a Mikro Kodesh and you also can do Ketzira. When is that? Only on the you're not allowed to do Ketzira. So when you have a Mikro Kodesh and it's also Ketzira, the Mikro Kodesh is 7 days of Tashlumin, and that days you could do, it's a day of a weekday, you still could do Ketzira. Why we need both? Also this and also this. Says the Gemara. The Aval Gav the Itman the Rab Lezer Omar Rabbi Yishia, it's the Rab Lezer ben Yaakov. The Im Rab Lezer Omar Rabbi Yishia, Ava Mine Mata Shlumi Chag HaMatzos Osir Be'asiyas Meloche. After Shlumi Atzeres, Nami also Be'asiyas Meloche. Because Chol HaMoed is also Be'asiyas Meloche. Masman the Rab Lezer ben Yaakov, that word that the Tashlumin is not the Isu Asiyas Meloche, you're allowed to do Ketzira. Ve'im the Rab Lezer ואם רב אליעזר בן יעקב דף י"ח עמוד א', ואם רב אליעזר בן יעקב לא ידענה כמה, I wouldn't say how much she have to be mashlim kol mash. But on the Rab Elazar, that's what Omar Rabbi said that you mashlim only 7 days. Okay, Rashi. אם המסחי, רב אליעזר בן יעקב תנא מאוכל נפקא לו תשלום מן העצרת, וקרוסם בעצם היום הזה, ובחג השבוע כסיב וסומך לו בקוצר חמץ קציר העצמכם שהתוי קויר מיקרו קוידש וקויצר, ואוימר זה עצרת, דענה קרוי בעצרת כסיב, אלו לתשלום לאחר יום טב, קויר איסו מיקרו קוידש, תהיה תשלום מותורי במלוך, לא ידענה כמה יומים יהיו לתשלום, כמו שאתה רב אליעזר בן יעקב גם אז שיבה, אף כאן שיבה. So we need both the limudim, we need the limudim, and these days are not mamish like Chol HaMoed, you're allowed to do melocha. And also, how many days is Tashlumim? We need to learn from Hagamatza that it's 7 days of Tashlumim. Fine. We're going to stop over here. Tomorrow, 11:30, it will be Mamshich with Mamish on the daf. So anyone who was worried in the beginning of the shir, we made it, we catched up. Okay, yeah. Mikro Kodesh means legabe the Tashlumim. Has a certain conclusion you could bring the korbanos. It's like we said, the Rosh Chodesh also is Kodesh. What's Kodesh? To bring the korbanos. Bring the korbanos, that's the Kodesh. The shir shall levim ayoyim. No. Okay, we learned. Let's go back to what we learned before, and Rabbi Tzchok was asking something. Rabbi Tzchok, I told you we're going to go back. What was the shaila?
No, so just to clarify, it's not tashlumin. Maybe you can say like this: you have to bring a korban to Beis Hamikdash on your own shuas. To bring the korban, but the chiyuv akrova is only on the day after. It's not the go chiyuv today and you makir tomorrow, unless you say no, the chiyuv is today, but because you got shvus the rabbanon the doichet and the end is tashlumin, it's rabbanon doichet to Sunday, but it's not tashlumin the rabbon, it's not tashlumin the raisa.
So as we said, because it's over here, even if you say Tashlumi l'Rishon, over here it's mitzad the Shabbos was goyim, the Tashlumi not to come. It's not because I was potu be'etzem. It was the Yom was goyim.
Yeah, but if you don't have a Shabbos with the Reise, the Reise this man is Sunday. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a very interesting toises over here that I would like to speak out. If you look at Omed Aleph, toises tibu amasil afatzeres yesh lo tashlum. You see the toises? Toises brings a very interesting toises. Birushalmi, I'm going to read the toises inside. Omar Rabbeisi Barboin, David Meis Beatzeres, ve'oyu kol Yisrael oinenim, ve'ikrivu lemocho kloimar meosa mashma shoyel lo tashlumin. So we were talking before in how many mekoires that we have tashlumin shvuos. So it brings a mekor from David HaMelech. מקור I'm continuing to say, מקור של הרב אלחונון, תיבוק לי בלאו אוכל לא יקריבו בראשון, כי זה שבס, כי למשל בשבס, בפרק ממדליקין, בשבס לפני דוד, שם אוסום לסלי אוכל אלו פולי גאו. Toys over here beings from Yerushalmi, Rabbi Yossi Barboin, and David HaMelech died when? In Atzeres. And the whole of Klal Yisrael were oinenim because the God Lador died, and they were makriv the next day. That means, from there, Mashal and Atzeres, yesh lo tashlumin. Fragt Toises, gewinnt Shabbos. When David HaMelech was nifter? Shabbos. So now I want to go back a little bit to what Rabbi Tzchok. I can tell you why I remember this Toises. I mean, the Toises on the daf, but what Rabbi Tzchok asked a little bit remind me the Toises. Why? Because there is a nice teretz we could find for Razoi. Again, I'm not sure, but help me if I get mixed up. Let's go back to the Gemara of Tes Amud Aleph. Of Tes Amud Aleph, we saw Machloikes, if it's Tashlumin L'Rishon or Tashlumin Zeh Lezeh. Tashlumin L'Rishon or Tashlumin Zeh Lezeh. Now, if we're saying, right, the Gemara says, what's the chiluk? Let's go back to the Gemara. The Gemara says, what's the chiluk? Chagiga b'yom Rishon v'nispashet b'yom Sheni. Right? Chagiga b'yom Rishon v'nispashet b'yom Sheni. Says Toises. We look at Toises over there in the Tes Amud Aleph. Right? Those Toises. Yeah, says Toises over there. Toises has two perushim. Toises in Tibur HaMaschil, Shiny Tume. The last Toises in the Omen. Oy v'yesh lo tashlumin l'sechel. Oy kosher l'moiri. Says Toises in the second shot. And the second shot says in the first shot. So sorry, says in the first shot. Lefi ha'emes the Rav Pope, it's 2 minutes as the Chagiga. Right? Shiny Tume oy v'yesh lo tashlumin l'Pesach Sheni. So says Toises the first shot. Be'emes lefi Rav Pope 2 minutes is like the Chagiga. If a person, that means I can explain it. If a person was Tomer the first day of Yom Tov, and he became Torah the second day of Yom Tov, So he's poto lefi Rabbi Yochanan, that's Tashlum Larisha. So lefi Rabbi Yochanan, that's Tashlum Larisha, is going to be poto. Lefi them, we can find Fatois over here. Because if you can say because of Shabbos, for Shabbos, it was not Muchach that's Tashlum Larisha. He's not like a Chagiga, because he's a role. But it was Shabbos. And that's why we said, because why don't know Makri? Because Oinanim. And it must be there was Tashlum in Zelazeh. What's the Ikuv? What is the Ikuv? What's the Tashlumin? The Tashlumin, that's what we spoke now. Is the Tashlumin the Gufa, Ich bin Poto and Ich bin Chagiga? Or no, ich habe seitige dos, I'm Tomei, it's Shabbos, it's something. But the thing what Toysa says, by us, that in by us, if you look at our daf, right, and Yudzayin, Dibu Amatzchil, over here, the Toysa by us, Toysa Pasha Mashma Nishtazoi. Because Toysa says over here, that's over there, also Toysa also Mashma Azoi. I'm not sure if you could say the same thing. Yeah. Look at Toysis and Nachtes Amedalef. Toysis di Mamasik Tashlum in Zelazeh. Va'ide lekamon. They have finished Tashlum in Chag HaShavuos v'Chag HaMatzah. It's called Shiva. Lo yistaber lemeima Tashlum in Zelazeh. Kema Tachol Gomo. That's not Mashma Azay. Toysis says over here, di Mamasik Tashlum in Nachtes Amedalef, that in Atzeres, that means he's talking about the Shavuos. Yeah, the Shavuos, everyone's mind that's not Tashlum in Zelazeh. What is it? It's Tashlum Larisha because it's a Chol Gomo. You can't say a week after Shavuos, I can say it's Zelazeh, right? But say how are you going to be makriv the next day? It's like Chagiga b'Yom Rishon. He's supposed to be Yom Sheni. He's going to be potter to be makriv. Okay, ich weiß nicht. Now there is what we just mentioned over here from Toys that David HaMelech was different on Shabbos. We just mentioned from the Zohar. The Zohar zog that not only Moshe Rabbeinu was different on Shabbos, also Yosef HaTzadik and David HaMelech and Moshe Rabbeinu. Now Toys brings Hashem the Yerushalmi that, as we said, Omar Rabbi Yossi Barboin, David meis be'atzeres, v'oyu kol Yisrael oinenim ve'ikrivu lemocho. That means it's mashma from there that there was tashlumin. That's what we say. Mishal HaMelech fragt on the Yerushalmi. How could Bnei Yisrael makriv the korban the next day? Klal Yisrael was oinenim. Why the oinenim? Because there's a Gemara in Psochim. Gemara in Psochim daf ayin amud beis. The Gemara says that for a Nasi, the whole of Klal Yisrael have to be metamed themselves for the Nasi. So even if they were oinenim the first day, they couldn't be makriv, but the next day they also were amazing. So they need as well shlishi, v'shvi. How can they be makriv the next day? As they frag the Mishal HaMelech. Says the Mishal HaMelech, what says in the Yerushalmi lemocharas means the 7th day. So the 7th day they still have tashlumin, but they already be kosher because they done the Zoe shlishi, and then they done the Zoe shvi. And the 7th day, that means Mikvah Kekulah. So once they done the Zoe in the morning of the shvi, that evening they could have been makriv. That afternoon they could have been makriv.
We're not also answered Tumah Putra Tzibur. So why couldn't they do it the next day?
Well, it's not with Tzibur. We have Tzibur over here.
Tzibur. We just said that.
It's not Tumah. I think. The Choyre is andere Shaila. David HaMelech was when it was Nifter. Shabbos. They didn't, right? They were not when they buried them on Sunday. The Choyre, right? Or are they a moment maybe? But when they became Tomei on Sunday, so 7 days, they didn't have 7 days. And it's a big shayla. When Bechlal David HaMelech was nifter. When Bechlal David HaMelech was nifter and this or not. Okay. Let's say the Gomel. I think fine. Hagut Tavoch, Hagut Shakoyach.
Good work.
Hagut Tavoch.